In terms of the polity I know and my experience at a General Assembly, which has been Orthodox Presbyterian Church assemblies, it was a kind of a wake up call. It was a bit jarring in a sense. And I'm not saying good or bad. It's just surprising and took me a while to kind of gain my footing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is overwhelming. And I remember attending one of the General Assemblies, as I mentioned earlier, and being quite in awe of just the size of the room. I didn't know that hotels had rooms that big.
I know.
It was just chair after chair after chair, commissioner after commissioner after commissioner. There were so many people. It was so busy and et cetera. It was quite overwhelming. I mean, and that's fine. It's glorious to see the church represented in such numbers when they sing, and the sheer magnitude of the volume that is produced by the singing in their worship parts is incredible to behold. And I myself, though, am the type of person I think that tends more towards the small and intimate. And so in OPC GA, for me, has always kind of fit very comfortably. I do like the way in which we have extended deliberation. We are a deliberative body as an assembly in the OPC, where we have long, sometimes unnecessarily drawn out debate on the floor of the OPC General Assembly about all the matters that come before us. And so, but I like that because I sense that there is a iron sharpening iron thing going on in those debates. Sometimes the debate will go on for an hour, and I won't have decided how I'm going to vote. I won't gain clarity on the issue right up to the 59th minute of the debate, because it just goes on so long and the issues are so intricate that sometimes it just takes me all of that time to hear both sides before I feel as if I can really make a good conscious decision about the matter that is before us. And one of the unfortunate side effects, from my perspective, not speaking objectively here, but from my perspective, one of the unfortunate effects of having a larger assembly, there are many benefits to it, many glorious and good things about it. But one of the unfortunate side effects from my perspective is a lack of that extended, drawn out debate. What happens is they have very close restrictions in terms of time for debate. Oftentimes that little bit of time that is assigned gets mitigated by way of somebody moving the previous question. And almost every time that I have seen, just watching GA assemblies online, when the previous question is called, it passes, and they move and they stop debate and they move immediately to a vote. Whereas it's just the opposite in the OPC GA. Almost every time that the previous question is called, that motion fails, and the debate continues going on. So that's one of those differences that is very jarring, very glaring when you attend the different assemblies. And I'm more partial to the iron sharpening iron, long drawn out, debates that are well debated. I mean, obviously you get those debates at OPCGA where you just kind of go, gosh, I think that same thing has been said by 3 different men,
I know,
6 different times. I mean, and then the debate is no longer particularly helpful at that point. But when the debate is good and healthy, there's nothing quite like it. It's very, very useful for me.